Now, most of you guys are probably familiar with this YouTuber, but they've gotten into a lot of turmoil with the interwebs lately. And this YouTuber would none other than be Jaiden Animations. And as her name implies, she makes animations for YouTube and does a lot of storytime videos that people enjoy. I've seen a few of her videos, but I'm not a big fan because I don't resonate with the kind of nerd culture that she's involved with. Like, I'm just not that kind of nerd. But that's just me, But recently, this video surfaced of her and Jay Schlatt talking about religion, and let's just say I think it's best if you guys just watch this for yourself.
The people killed Jesus, Schlatt.
I cannot believe you just said that.
He got crucified.
You're bringing up the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in a debate about...
You think God is this, oh, no one can kill God.
What happened to him 3 days later?
He ran away like a little bitch.
He came back to life.
He ran away, back up to God, wham, wham. I couldn't fight the humans.
They sent floods. They sent pestilence. They sent locusts.
Well, we're still here. Where's God?
You can fuck up every human if you're a god.
Where's God, Schlatt? The humans are here. Where's God? He's still scared.
He's not scared. God is not scared.
Yes.
You should be scared of God. He's coming back soon. You ever heard of the rapture?
Define the rapture.
It's when God is going to come back and judge the living and the dead.
When's he coming back?
Some people say soon.
How long have they been saying soon?
Thousands of years, maybe. I don't know. Earth has been around for a while. And I'm chilling with my god Pokemon who can do anything and created this entire fucking world. You don't think he can wipe out some of them? You think the lions are going to put Arceus on a cross and crucify him?
Sure. Lion crucifixion.
It never happened.
Yeah.
You're just making shit up.
You're scared of my lions.
I'm not scared of the lions.
Just like Jesus is scared of the humans on this earth.
Yo. She is bugging, bro. I don't know if she's being edgy for the internet, but how are you genuinely built like this? Like, I'm not even Christian. I don't like side with any particular religion, but I do believe there's a higher power. But to just blatantly disrespect a religion like that is absolutely insane. There's no way you would be that bold talking about that in real life. Like, bro, she has to be on a high horse because of that fucking VTuber, bro. She is on a high horse in that damn live stream or whatever the fuck that was, bro. There's no way. Like that must have boosted her ego, bro. She must have been in her bag feeling herself to say some crazy ass shit like that. These influencers, these kind of nerds, bro, they're out of pocket, bro. And what I can't stand is how every single one of these types of people think they're so smart, but it's like you only act this way because you're compensating for the lack of confidence that you really have. You try and compensate with your quote-unquote smartness when you're not even that intelligent in the first place, bro. Because if you did know a thing or two about religion, God does work in mysterious ways. And those ways are beyond our human understanding. So to try and boil it down to a simple science, which will be our scope of understanding, or to take another human's interpretation on what God is and try to boil it down to a simple science is ridiculous. Because boiling it down to your simple human understanding with science would contradict the wonders and power of God. And it's, again, I'm not even religious, and at least I understand that. Like, I never understood why people would sit there and try and contradict and debunk shit. Like, obviously there's nothing wrong with doing that because you're free to do that and you're free to not agree. But I think it's just crazy to try and challenge the beliefs of someone else by trying to challenge the powers that are beyond your own understanding. Does that make sense to some of you? Like, if these powers are already stated to be beyond your current understanding, why would you try and sit there and argue them with your own understanding of them? If you're so smart to debate it and argue it, why can't you come to that conclusion and decide that it's good to not challenge those things? This is just that same shit I always talk about, people just trying to be smartasses on the internet. This smartass, edgy shit is just getting so played out because everybody does this artificial personality bullshit because they think they're cool and they think they got some dumb high IQ, so they try and say some witty shit. but it's just cringe and they typically end up looking stupid. Now, do I have an issue with what she's saying or what she believes in or whatever the fuck way she wants to carry herself? No, because she's free to do her. She can live her life, I can live my life, but at the end of the day, we are making our beds and we're gonna always have to sleep in them. But I guess my biggest question here is, what does it take to be built like this? Why do these kinds of people continue to get shot out of a motherfucking droid factory, spreading this cancerous bot-like persona or personality? It's weird, like, people, these kinds of people are always, like, socially awkward, something's weird with them sexually, they're a gamer or just something fucking wrong, something's just wrong. They try to act like they are smart as shit and challenge religion and all this other stuff, but they don't know what the fuck they are talking about. And this isn't like shade to Jaiden Animations. I'm just talking about this specific bracket of people. I don't know what kind of nerd subculture this is, but it's just festering and creating this ridiculous hive mind mentality. Like, people need to stop trying to emulate this smart ass witty shit. Like, bro, you can be quirky in your own way. You don't have to try and be smart or cool or whatever, bro. Like, it's just a simple fact that not everybody is built like a hydralisk, bro. Sometimes you're just a drone. Your job is to collect Vespian gas and minerals. You're not that guy, so stop trying to be that guy. And just because you're an influencer, that doesn't automatically mean that you're built like that. And shit, I would know because I am one myself. Deshaun at 30,000 subs is no different than Deshaun at 100,000 subs or 100 subs. It's just that I'm making more money and more people are able to hear the dumb sounds of my voice. At the end of the day, that's all it really means. Do you guys think I'm tweaking? Because I'm getting tired of this pretentious act that everybody tries to do whenever they're having a conversation or an argument or a debate or whatever on the internet. Because if you want to challenge somebody's beliefs, there are plenty of other ways to go about doing so. I think the main issue here is because people will be like, oh, well, Jay Schlatt jokes and does this all the time and he's edgy, so I don't know why he's reacting this way to Jaiden. But the thing is, Jaiden is not joking. Like, you're actually saying this out-of-pocket shit and meaning it. Like, Jay Schlatt can make as many 9/11 jokes as he wants, but at the end of the day, we already know that he's not genuinely, like, being a shitty person about those jokes. He can mock 9/11, but he genuinely does not feel that way about 9/11. But Jaiden is mocking God, but genuinely feels that way about God. So for people who are saying like, oh, look who's talking with Jay Schlatt, the edgy boob, like that, those are two completely different things. And I can't believe people would actually try and compare the two. Like, again, I'm not even that religious, but mocking God is just actually fucking insane. Now, at the end of the day, these are just words, so it's not that big of a deal, and I could see why people do not care. But I also believe at the end of the day, we can also agree that doing something like this is just so bizarre that I feel like it's only natural to be a topic of some form of conversation. Like, again, you could have this conversation, you could try and debunk the Bible or all this other stuff without being such a pretentious prick. Especially if you genuinely feel that way about that topic. Like, this pretentiousness, this smart ass shit, like this trend, alongside the trend of just trashing Christianity or any other religion, is just so played out. Like it's so crazy because literally the day before I actually seen this post, one of my friend's moms was talking to me about how everybody, like, there's this stigma for everybody that goes to church about them just being some old racist white man or white person or whatever, when it's not like that at all. And I just couldn't help but feel bad for her because it's like God helped her so much in her life, and maybe there are some children out there that could find that same help the same way that she did. Like me, I'm not a Bible thumper or anything like that, so I'm not really like big on that, but at the same time, I can understand how it works for others. And it's kind of sad, really, because I feel like the way everybody is carrying themselves nowadays, it's like they're just trying to make the earth more and more godless by the day. But I can also understand why a lot of people in our generation feel this way about God, because there are things like in their lives, like when they're getting religion forced down their throat at a young age and they're miserable, things like that. So in a way, it makes them really rebellious towards that topic. And it really just makes me wonder, like, how could you fix like this subgroup of nerd culture that carries themselves in this way? Like, how could you probably fix that? Not to say that they're not allowed to believe that or think that way, but how could you fix this conflict of religion that so many people seem to have? It would be a different story if there was some mutual respect in terms of beliefs, but to mock someone else's beliefs is kind of concerning. Now, do I believe that Jaiden should have been canceled over this? No, because that's just what they believe in and they can express it in whatever shitty way they want to. Because if you believe that way, at the end of the day, I'm just going to be like, you're just a fool. But I do wish people would be a lot less foolish if they try to challenge. It's like Jaiden was asking, where's God? Literally, any religious person would tell you something as simple as God is everywhere. And then that's just your belief, because you're just going to be all like, well, that logically does not make sense. But that's exactly why, because his powers would be beyond that. I just feel like if you're so smart to try and argue, you should be smart enough to understand that you just shouldn't even argue about that thing in the first place. It's just kind of cringe because it feels like you're kind of just asking for smoke at that point. Like you're asking for conflict. It's like, yeah, I said this about God. Now what are you going to do about it? Or yeah, I just came at your beliefs. That's just the type of vibe that I'm getting from this. It's not like some genuine like, hey, I kind of don't really agree with that. It was just some mocking shit. So when it comes to this topic, I do feel like people have a legitimate reason to be upset. Now, could you cancel her over this? No, because that's just her beliefs. But to really end this off, despite me not being a really religious person, I'm just going to go ahead and say that she's tweaking, and I'm tired of so many people carrying themselves like this. Now, let me know what you guys feel in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you have to add to the conversation? Spark something in my comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.